welcome to my channel. Today I'll be sharing with you why I decided to go vegan, because I keep getting asked this question, and the short answer is I went vegan for the animals, of course, but there is a lot more to it. So that's why I decided to make this video, so that I don't have to keep replying to everybody. I hope you can't hear the noise in the background, because I think my landlord just decided to cut the grass, cut the lawn. So yeah, so it all got started. In 2018, I was working at an ice cream shop and I was 15. So back then I was very entrepreneur-like and I was really interested in makeup. So starting my own makeup line and cosmetics business just sounded like the perfect idea to me. So basically I went to the library and started looking at books on like how to make your own makeup from home, healthy makeup, homemade, high quality, blah, blah, blah. So then I came across this book called The Compassionate Chick's Guide to DIY Beauty, and it has 125 recipes for vegan, gluten-free, cruelty-free makeup, skin and hair products by Sunny from veganbeautyreview.com. By the way, I'm not getting paid for this, I'm just sharing it because I like the book. So in the book, she went a bit over why she was vegan, and she explained a bit about animal cruelty. I mean, I knew why people shouldn't eat meat, animals, because that's pretty common sense, but I just didn't know why people wouldn't eat dairy or honey or eggs. But to me, that sounded like a really cool diet to try. So somehow back then I was like, oh yes, let's do this diet. You know, it just sounds really cool. Like I want to be special, woohoo. But I didn't know why. I didn't research much into it. But I did join a vegan, Canadian, and vegetarian group. But I tried going vegan and then vegetarian like twice in 2018. But I didn't know anybody who was vegan really, and I didn't do any research into it. Pretty much everybody I knew was a meat eater. I'm working at an ice cream shop. There was a lot of temptation. So basically, I just gave it up after a while, because I didn't focus on adding new things to my diet. Since I'm from Cuba, we only knew about a limited amount of food. But I had never tried quinoa, tofu, vegan meat substitutes, vegan cheese substitutes. I didn't know those such a thing. So all I did was cut out more and more food from my already very limited amount of foods that I ate. So that resulted in not being sustainable. So I didn't do it for long. But while I was joining the group, the vegan and vegetarian groups, they were talking about the Beyond Burger, and everybody was talking like, oh my god, the Beyond Burger is coming to A&W. And A&W is a fast food place. If you don't know what the Beyond Burger is, it's basically a vegan burger that tastes exactly like a beef burger, but it's obviously vegan and cruelty free. So my dad and I, we were like, oh, let's just go and give it a try. I mean, if it's bad, we just won't buy it again. So even though we were meat eaters, we really, really liked it. So after every time we went to A&W, most of the time, we just ordered the vegan burger because we really liked it. So that was good. And then while also looking in the group, I saw how like sad and angry vegans got every time they saw the slaughterhouse truck going by, like the truck full of animals. And I saw them crying and like how it breaks their heart, and talking about how it breaks their heart. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to be like that. I mean, I don't want to suffer because animals suffer. Like, it's a normal thing. Everybody eats meat. Meat is good. That's what I thought back then. But I was like, yeah, I don't want to be part of that group. So I still joined the group, but I didn't do anything. I wasn't very active. I just randomly scroll through it sometimes. So then early last year, a very nice vegan lady that I was babysitting for, she invited me to her daughter's, I think it was 3rd birthday. And then, because back then I had a dog, a Pomeranian, the cutest little girl, Chloe. So she was telling me, like, Amber, I don't get how can you love your dog but still eat an animal at the same time, because pigs are smarter than dogs, really. They're no different. Like, pigs want to be loved, they want to be cuddled, they want belly wraps, they don't want to die. And I was like, yeah, Carolyn, I know, but I love bacon and I love cheese. And people keep saying, oh, bacon is life. But bacon is not life, let me tell you. Bacon is death. It might taste good to us, but the animals don't want to die. The pigs don't want to die. The same thing, we don't want to die, and we don't want to be mistreated. We wouldn't like it if that happened to our family, so why do it to somebody else's family? So then, back then I thought, I'm sorry, Carolyn, you were a lovely person, but back then I was like, she's kind of preachy. I just don't want to hear it. So I kind of ignored it, but I knew she had a good point. So I just moved on with my life. And then sometime about a year ago, I met this guy. I don't want to go too much into detail, but basically, we weren't dating, but we were together. So basically, when I met him, he was vegan, but he wasn't preachy, but he still talked to me like about how he was vegan and like he loved animals and stuff like that. So I started to think, I mean, if I was vegan or vegetarian, I wouldn't want to date a meat eater. I just wouldn't like that. So I know he wouldn't either. So maybe I'll give it a shot. I wanted to be vegetarian before, but I just didn't know how to do it. So maybe if he teaches me, I can do that. So he took me to Whole Foods, which is like a fancy grocery store, and then he showed me a whole bunch of vegan meat and cheese substitutes. So I find the cheese that I like. I found some meat substitutes that I like. So Gardein's ground beef, beefless ground is called, and then like there's chicken finger, I don't remember the name, crispy tenders I think. So I used to eat a lot of that at first. For the first 2 months that I was vegetarian, I was eating mostly junk, but I was also eating mostly vegan because at a certain point I started to feel guilty every time I bought eggs. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna buy eggs anymore. I did screw up once though. I went to this party and I wasn't drunk, but I was drinking, and then I screwed up because I ate 2 shark gummies. And the gummies come from gelatin, which is not even vegetarian. Google it and you will see what I mean. But so that was my biggest screw up, but I was mostly vegan. So then I started to research, and it's like, I'm doing something good, right? Because I'm vegetarian, that's good. But I mean, I must be doing something wrong. If there's so many vegans out there, it has to be for a reason, not just because people don't like dairy, eggs, and honey. So I researched more into that, and also after those 2 months of eating junk, somehow my taste buds started to change, so I started to eat healthier. Before I didn't used to eat fruits because I thought they were unhealthy and full of sugar, but eventually I started to eat more fruits, more veggies, more legumes, and more grains, and tried more different foods and enjoyed it. So I have been eating Whole Foods plant-based diet, so minimally processed food, oil-free and sugar-free. I have been eating that for pretty much since I went vegan in July, on the 4th of July. So around that time, there was a festival, a vegan festival that was going on at the end of July. So you had to go vegan for like 20 something or 30 days. There was a challenge going on. So let's say 30 for the sake of the video. So basically, I don't know if you're able to understand me because I'm talking very fast, but basically if you go vegan for like 30 days, you gotta write down the food you eat and send that to them at the end of the challenge. And if you successfully complete it, they will give you like free samosas, some free food. So like deep fried samosas and vegan macaroon and stuff like that. So I was like, well, I've always wanted to go vegan and I love free food, so I mean, I might as well try it. And then I also looked into what was wrong with eggs and dairy. So I'll be leaving a link about that in the description below. And if you want to learn more about animal cruelty, Google Dominion documentary here and you search Dominion documentary here on YouTube, and you will see what I mean. It's just so much animal cruelty that we wouldn't even imagine. Like, it's crazy. You wouldn't think there's much cruelty behind dairy, would you? Well, let me tell you, there is a lot with capital words. If I was a good editor, I would write a lot here in capitals, very big all over my head. But yeah, so being vegan, it's just one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, really. It's just, my only regret is not doing it sooner. So if you need help going vegan, feel free to message me at pb.amber and I will help you with whatever you need help with. Even if all you do is just a meatless Monday, every little steps is better than no steps at all. So even with that, I will support you. I mean, the hardest part now is that I'm awake, and I was the biggest meat eater. I would drink dairy every morning. I wouldn't call something a meal if there wasn't meat in it. Most of the time, I didn't like rice, I didn't like beans, I didn't like eggs that much. So I wouldn't call it a meal if there wasn't meat in it. And I put cheese on pretty much everything. Whenever I eat spaghetti, I would just throw tons and tons of cheese in it, otherwise I wouldn't like it. So I feel like if I can go vegan, pretty much anybody can. But now I'm trying to spread the message and show people why they should go vegan, because I'm awake and I feel like everybody would appreciate it if I help them. Eventually they'll become awake and aware, and they'll be like, oh, Amber, you were so right. I can't believe I didn't went vegan sooner and I didn't listen to you. So please, if you're watching this, give veganism a shot and leave down in the description. Leave in the comments your story of why you were vegan and how you were vegan. So we're gonna all have a nice little chat down in the comments. But some of the reasons to go vegan is for the environment. your health, and most importantly, at least for me, for the animals. So definitely look into it. I went vegan when I was 16 and a half, and I do not regret it at all. It's really the most important decision, the best decision I have made in my life. I just hope everybody's doing okay during this COVID-19 virus. I will keep praying for you. I'm a new Catholic now, and I was born on Christmas Day. I'll keep praying for you and hope that everything is okay with you and your family. If you need somebody to talk to, message me. I have to say though, I don't reply to some messages because I am very young and I do have to be very careful who I talk to. But if you seem like a genuine, caring, and honest person, then I will reply to you. Just want you to know I'm here for you, and I'm sorry. I'll keep praying for those who have lost their job, can't afford food, and can't afford rent. Just know that you're in my prayers and you're in my heart as well. I love all of you guys. I love everybody. I'm trying to become a better person. And I'm someone who has struggled with suicide thoughts in the past. And I can't imagine how much worse suicide rates have gotten right now. I feel like people are most likely to commit suicide during this time. I know this is a sensitive topic and I don't want to talk much about it, but just know that the world needs you. The world needs you alive. Your family needs you. I need you, and you're here for a reason. We all love you. You're a beautiful human being. You're worth it. You're amazing. And you are enough. You're beautiful just the way you are. You don't have to be any other way. And remember that nothing lasts forever, especially the hard times. So just stay strong, hang in there. You got this. I'm right by your side, and I will support all of you. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please share it with other people to convince them to go vegan, hopefully, please. Subscribe if you like the video. Just do whatever you want to do. Just promise me you'll be happy and try to become a better person. Love everybody, forgive everybody, and try to be understanding and see everything from everybody's point of view. And I'm gonna stop talking now. Take care, everybody.